안녕하세요. 10:21 a.m. Sunday, February 1st, 2026. I've been noticing a destructive pattern within the NPD, narcissistic personality disorder, abuse communities, particularly online, where voices are often louder than offline. And I ask the following question. Suppose the person who inflicted harm on you in one way or another actually does have NPD. I cannot confirm or deny this for you since I am not a psychologist nor a counselor. Are they not human too? Have they not also been created by God at one point or another? I'm seeing a lot of people holding on to hate and vitriol for the hurt they have still within their bleeding heart. Their tears fill their nights with sorrow. Their mind wrapped around the past or present scenarios, sometimes with anger or worse, for a person that God also created. For a person that God also created. A few Bible verses come to mind when I think about the topic at hand, one of them being Mark chapter 10, verse 18, and it says, "Why do you call me good?" Jesus answered, "No one is good except God alone." This is a testament to the goodness of God. Another verse would be John 8:7. As they continued to ask him for an answer, he stood up and said to them, "Let him who is without sin be the first to throw a stone at her." This was in the context of a woman that was about to be punished and possibly unalived. And I think to myself, surely there must be redemption for those of us who have sinned. And I ask you, when was the last time you had regret about something you had done? Or was there ever a point in time when you knew you had done something you shouldn't have done, knowing what you know now? The story of Saul, who later became Paul, also comes to mind. Saul was responsible for the persecution of Christians at that time. But God saw something in him and decided he was worth it. Jesus was persecuted, and he didn't just die for me or for you, but he died also for those who have chosen, perhaps temporarily, a fallen state. It was Jesus who blinded Saul temporarily, and ironically, it was in this moment that God spoke to him. In Acts 9, verse 4, it is written, "And fallen to the ground, he heard a voice saying to him, 'Saul, Saul, why are you persecuting me?'" And sometimes God will ask us questions, not for himself, but for us. And maybe I have seen the light the way that Paul did. There was a rebirth in Paul's life. Why can't this be true for everyone else? So let's think about this for a moment. Don't hold on to hate, for it will be like a poisonous flame that you have swallowed, and only you will be the culprit. Hate is also a sin. I'm not here to point fingers, but I'm stating something that I know to be true. If God cares about humanity, although we are not perfect, why then do we hold on to hate and resentment? Why do we keep what is bad because of the comfort and self-soothing it may bring? Because maybe taking time to actually see someone as God might see them might be even more challenging. Sometimes the truth is harder to bear. I'm not suggesting for one instance that you should return to what caused you pain and turmoil. What I'm suggesting is that maybe, just maybe, forgiveness and understanding is better than rage, pain, and sorrow. We are allowed to experience our feelings, but let's not forget the big picture, that this is a spiritual battle. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities and against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. Ephesians 6:12. See, they are not your enemy, but the spirit that leads them is, and we have a choice. Which spirit leads you? A spirit of hatred or a spirit of God? Distance from God means death. And the more you feed that rageful storm that came from pain, the more you will feed the wrong spirit. It's okay to feel how you feel, but learn to release the pain. Give it to God and He will show you what to do. I promise you He will, and He can, if you just try a little bit. Don't become what you don't like about this world. Be the light.